God, I have not been live in so long. You know why? 'Cause I've been minding my own business. Yeah, y'all. I've been minding my own business. How is everybody doing? How are you guys doing? I have missed you so much. I have not been live in like forever. I used to go live all the time. But when I realized that y'all weren't listening, I said, well, it's no sense of me wasting my time. But listen, I'm coming on here for a specific reason. I literally just put the Eventbrite up just now because we need to heal. I keep telling y'all the same stuff over and over and over again. So I literally just put together an event. It's free. It's on Eventbrite. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. If you're on Instagram, it's in my link tree in my bio. It's free. September 23rd. It's a Saturday. Sabado at 10 o'clock. Healing from childhood trauma. Healing from childhood trauma. It's free. I'm doing the workshop. It's going to be virtual. You ain't even got to leave up out your house. You people, all of you, need to fix a lot of problems. And what is happening is you can't even be mad about the right stuff. It's a mess. So what you really need to be doing, what you seriously need to be doing is healing from the trauma. You need to acknowledge what the trauma is. Tell the truth about what the trauma is. And deal with the trauma. Stop trying to push it under the rug. Stop saying, well, I'm too old and I should be over it by now. Look here, you ain't over it. Some of you have been raped, you've been molested, you've been beaten. Your mama was jealous of you, your daddy wasn't there. I mean, you've got a lot of problems. And some of you, the problems may not be that extreme, but the effect that it had on you was very traumatic. Why do you think that you can keep ignoring it and just going on about your business? You're not doing a good job. Your children are suffering. Your husband is suffering. Your wife is suffering. Your family, everybody around you, your coworkers can't stand you. Your body is suffering. You are in chronic pain. A lot of you have back pain, stomach pain, all kind of stuff is going on, and you're wondering why. It's because you have trauma built up in the body that is just sitting there. So I'm telling you, this is a free workshop. I don't want nothing from you. All you got to do is go to Eventbrite and register. That's it. Go to Eventbrite, register, and we're going to talk all day on Saturday. I'm going to give you specific tools and skills of things that I want you to do. Usually, this is a 2-day workshop, but I'm going to figure out some kind of way to make it one. But usually, the last time I did this workshop, what was it, last month, I think it was? And I spoke for 6 full hours on Saturday and another 6 full hours on Sunday. But I'm going to try to figure out a way to make this one day. This will be September 23rd, 2023 at 10 a.m. I even made it late because, you know, I get up early. I get up early, but I made it late for y'all. What time is it? 10 a.m. Eastern time. That means if you're in California, that's 7 o'clock. Okay? Please find out your time zones. Be on time because I start on time. Ask anybody that's been to any of my workshops, any of my seminars. I start on time. If you want to really get healed and you want to fix your stuff, then be there on time. When is it? September 23rd. What time? Eastern Time. What are we going to be doing? Healing from childhood trauma. Stop playing with yourself. Some of you people are so angry with your mama, you're angry with your father, but you tell me on a counseling call, on a therapy call, you'll tell me, oh, I don't care about them, I don't care about that, but it's showing all through your life. You're not fooling me, honey. You're fooling yourself talking about how much you don't care about this person. You don't care about this person, but the situation and the hatred, not the hatred, but the hatred is affecting you so much that you can't even barely function. You need to heal from these things. You need to really deal with what is going on. You do not have it under control. You've got chronic pain. You've got chronic headaches. You're going off on people all the damn time. You don't know why. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't personally like to live my life in the apology section all the damn time. Every time you do something, you got to keep saying, I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Well, I was feeling bad. Well, it's my period. Oh, well, it's just so much on my plate. Oh, I'm just, I was stressed out. I was molested. I was raped. I was whatever. And then you got to keep apologizing. I don't want to live that kind of life. I really try to stay out of that kind of life because I don't like to have to keep apologizing all the time. I like to do something, do it on purpose, and go on about my business. But see, if you haven't healed, then you always have to have some kind of reason or excuse for your behavior. So you have to have a reason as to why you cussing people out and a reason as to why you're going off. See, then that disqualifies the cuss out. See, when I cuss you out, I'm cussing you out because you deserve to be cussed out. I'm not cussing you out because I'm mad. I'm not cussing you out because I'm upset. See, when you go off on people and it's for other reasons, it's a deflection, then the cuss out don't even stick. It don't really stick because they know the person with whom you're cussing out, they know, oh, well, here she goes again. So it doesn't stick. But once you actually heal and you can separate the pain that you went through in your childhood or the pain that you went through in your past, you can separate that from what is currently going on today. Then the cuss out is taken more seriously because this is not about my past. This is about what's going on right now. But you cannot take into consideration what is going on right now until you fix what happened back then, because what happened to you back then is affecting you right now. So I'm going to tell you again. It won't let me sign up. It says it's not available yet. What? Ah, shit. Hold on. Oh, I wasn't supposed to cuss. Sorry. Hold on. Let me pull this Eventbrite up and make sure. I promise you, I just did it like 2 minutes ago. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Date and time. Oh, you're right. It says on sale September 23rd. Okay, wait a minute. How do I fix it? Oh my God. Hold on. What do I do? What do I do? Let me see if I can change this thing. I'm gonna try to do it now so that you guys can go and register. Hold on. I hate technology. I love technology, but I freaking hate it. Let me tell you why. Because shit like this. Okay, wait a minute. Tickets. Okay, wait a minute. Because I want to do this now. I don't want y'all to have any problems with being able to register. gonna get it done. Okay, let's see. So let's see if I go to tickets. Are y'all telling me how to do it? Okay, if I go to tickets, free, okay, edit, sale starts. Boom! Ha ha! Holes. Okay, 707. 07. Sale starts 07, 10 a.m. So let's do 07. So because we don't want to have no problem. So let's say two. Does it do it 2:30? Let's see if that'll work. Thank you so much for letting me know that. If I can fix that right now. Look at how God works. Huh? Because I promise you, I would not have went back on there to look. Okay, now let's start from the beginning. Go to Eventbrite. Go to, if you're on Instagram, go to Linktree and click on the link, and it's the Eventbrite is right there. This is free. It's literally free. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the description. You are there's so many things that happen when you're not healed from your childhood trauma. There's so many things that it's not even, it's hard to even like identify them in this conversation, but we will identify them in the workshop. You attract people. You don't even recognize the trauma bond that you have with people because you're not healed. Let me say that to you again. You don't even recognize the trauma bond that you have with certain people in your life because you're not healed. You think you think this person is in your life just on happenstance. No, they gravitated to you because of the crap that you still, they can smell it on you. Some of these situations that you are currently in and dealing with are brought to you by choices that you made under great distress. The situations that you are in, some of them have been brought to you because the choices that you make under great distress because you have not healed from your stuff. If your mama told you wasn't shit and she didn't like you and she was jealous of you, if you have not healed from that, do you really think that you're in a good place to make decisions about self-worth and self-love and self-value and shit? Damn, I cussed again. Oh, I just cussed twice. You're not in the proper place. You're not in the proper position to make decisions about how much you do or do not love yourself if you haven't healed from the fact that your mama didn't like you. You think you can just walk off from that? If you think that your father didn't love you because he wasn't around, do you really think that you're going to be able to just go through life like willy-nilly, like whatever? You have to deal with that. You can't just ignore it and say, well, I don't give a damn about him. I don't give a damn about that. I don't care. Woo, 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 woo. You really think these rappers have you convinced that you can use all your pain for motivation? That is a lie. Let me say it to you one more time. Y'all really think that you can use your pain as motivation? That is a lie. Your pain cannot always be used as motivation. It can be a catalyst. Pain can be a catalyst to move out of the crap or the slump or the whatever that you are in so that you can go on to something else. But as the world continues to go and as your life continues to morph and evolve, pain will no longer be the motivation. Pain is eventually will begin to rot inside of you. You can use it as a catalyst to spring you forth. But that's something quick. After that, do you really think that I've gotten into and have stayed in the studying years and years of graduate and postgraduate studies of psychology because of pain, because of the pain that I lost my mother? No, it was the catalyst. But I have come this far with this many degrees. I've come this far not because of pain, but because of the healing that I have experienced that I want to share with you. Are you understanding what I'm telling you? It's not pain. Stop thinking that you can use this pain and keep it in your pocket and use it for your attitude and I don't give a damn and all this other kind of stuff. You need to stop doing that. Because that's not anger will only take you so far. And then when you hit that brick wall, it will turn around and it will mess you up. Anger is good for a little while, but after a while, some of you guys are still suffering with stuff for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 45 years. Oh my God. You think it's helping you? It's not. You have to get rid of it. You've got to get rid of it in your mind. You've got to get rid of it from inside of your body. You have to get rid of it from out of your now. NOW. Because your past is affecting your now. You have to get rid of it and heal from it. Recognize what happened to you. Deal with what happened to you. And it could be, listen, I want to make this very clear for everybody who is listening to me. Your trauma doesn't have to be, because I deal with this in workshops all the time. People say, well, I didn't want to say anything because my trauma is not as bad as somebody else's. Trauma is whatever affected you and has caused great pain. It don't matter what it is. It could be as extreme as molestation, or as not extreme in comparison as, I don't know, somebody called you bucktooth or something. But whatever it is, if it has caused you so much where you cannot function, or where you are not able to progress and evolve into the person that you want to be, because you feel like you have to always wear this armor on you, then that means there's some work that you need to do. So let me look at this link. Somebody said it's not working. Are y'all going to the link? Somebody said Bucktooth has entered the chat. I can't stand y'all. Bucktooth has entered the chat, honey. So I really hope to see you there. Let me oh, you think Eventbrite changed the link? Somebody go on there and try to register and tell me what it says. It should be fine now. Oh, I registered. Okay, so it works. The link is in my bio in the link tree. Or if you're here on YouTube, the link is, why is this thing turning like this? If you're on YouTube, the link is in the description. It's on Eventbrite. November 23rd, 2023. It's a Saturday. Starts at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're in Central Time, that's 9 a.m. If you're on Pacific Time, that's 7 a.m. I will start on time. I don't care if it's one person in there. I promise you, I will start on time. Because usually this is a 2-day event, but I'm going to figure out a way to get it down into one. Childhood trauma is affecting you if you haven't healed from it. I don't care how grown you are. You can be 60 something. Listen, I've been doing life coaching, therapy, counseling for years. I've had clients well into their 70s. And I'm not saying one client, clients. If you do not deal with your stuff will deal with you. Am I talking to anybody here? You really think you have a handle on it, but all it's doing is making you angry. All it's doing is beating you up. We're not even going to go into forgiveness of yourself. We're not even going to go into self-forgiveness. I'll be here all day. Most of the stuff that you went through in your childhood got you so angry that now you're angry at yourself. You're not even angry at the person who either did something to you or said something to you or whatever. Now you're angry with yourself because it's going on for so long. We're not even going to get into self-forgiveness. Oh, we're not even going to get into regret and how many years you've spent and wasted and your life was taken from you. And we're not even going to get into all of that, not here. But we're going to deal with that when we talk about this healing from childhood trauma. You have to heal from childhood trauma. For me, I break down heal this way. First, you have to hurt. You have to allow yourself to feel the pain. First, you have to hurt. Then E stands for evaluate. You have to evaluate what just actually happened. Who did it? What part did you play in it, if any? Because sometimes we get into situations and we just want to blame the other person. But sometimes we have to take into account what part did we play in it? So first you have to actually hurt. You have to allow yourself to feel the pain. Then you have to H for hurt. E is for evaluate. A is for acknowledge. Acknowledge that this actually happened. Please stop ignoring stuff. It's weird. You need to acknowledge that this happened on this day at this time, and this is the people who were involved. This is what it made me feel like. This is what I should have done. This is what I could have done. This is what I could not have done. Just acknowledge the entire situation. And then L stands for listen. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart. Listen to the true part of you, the healed part of you, the part that wants to go beyond and past this pain and past this problem. Listen to good things about yourself. Listen to that which is powerful, wonderful, good. Listen to the forgiving part of yourself. That's what heal stands for me. Hurt, allow yourself to feel it. Stop ignoring it. Evaluate the situation. What parties were involved? A, acknowledge that this was a thing. Like, oh my God, this really, really hurt me. Even if in comparison, which I tell y'all, stop comparing yourself, but even in comparison, if it was small, it doesn't matter. Acknowledge it. And then finally, listen. Listen to what your heart and your spirit is trying to get you to so that you can break through this crap that is constantly. I'm telling you, I've done this workshop many times, and I'm telling you, what happens from it is a relief and release that you have never experienced before. And the people who are around you, your children, your cousins, your spouse, your mate, your lover, your friends, your coworkers, they all see a difference. And it is an immediate difference. People have told me from, I went to the workshop. Oh my God, just like that. The next day, I started packing up my stuff. I found a new apartment. I'm moving out. Or, I talked to my husband. I talked to my wife. We're now having better communication. I asked for forgiveness for myself. I asked for forgiveness from that person. We're on another level now. Blah 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 blah. All kinds of stuff when you really figure it out. And I'm here to help you to figure it out. Also, if you live, well, no matter where you live. If you live in this country, what? No, it doesn't even matter. I'm actually going to start doing, I'm available to do these workshops anywhere. Churches, facilities, corporate workplaces, whatever. And you can go through my nonprofit to get all that done. Okay, so we'll talk about that more. But these workshops, I'm not playing with y'all no more. It's so much pain and so much gook and crap that needs to be dealt with, and it's not even funny. And then you wonder why you're angry all the time. You wonder why you got arthritis and your joints don't work, and you're angry, you're pissed off, and every time you get up in the morning, you're just in agony and blah blah blah. It's just too much. It's too much. So childhood healing from childhood trauma, September 23rd at 10 a.m. Eastern time. It is completely free. I don't want nothing from you. I just want you to love yourself enough to heal. If you bought my Stop Lying book and you got an autographed copy, it says, "Thank you for loving yourself enough to heal." Thank you for loving yourself enough to heal. Send the link to everybody that you know that needs to heal. That's what you need to be doing. I usually do just women or just men, but this is for everybody. It is not for children, though. This is not for children. I will do another one for kids, but obviously it's not going to be healing from childhood trauma because they're still children. Okay? If you want me to do this like at your church or whatever, we'll talk about that. You guys can send me an email, whatever. I have an entire proposal, the whole thing, et cetera, et cetera. And you go through my nonprofit. We've got to fix this stuff. There's just way too much anger. And I'm talking about old anger. Trust me, there's stuff to be angry about now. But the reason why we can't really get anything done is because you got too much old stuff that is convoluting the current issues. Let me say that to you again. Trust me, I don't, I'm not saying we should all be skipping through the lilies and stuff and looking for butterflies, because we are in a very serious situation. Mental health issues right now are so sky high, it's not even funny. We should be angry, but because the past anger that you have is convoluting the current issues, we can't really get anything done. Because as soon as we start having the conversation, you start talking about, oh, well, yeah. Like I say all the time, you keep bringing the kitchen sink into the living room. Let's deal with the stuff in the where it should be dealt with, so then we can start having more mature and accurate conversations. Is this making sense what I'm saying? Because a lot of you have just old, I'm telling you. And every time I do this workshop, it does something for me as well. I mean, I literally, just started giving, like, I got totally scammed in the deal with my house that I bought in Chicago. I got totally scammed, right? Totally lost the house. Just the person, just skin folk sold me a fixer, a house that was remodeled, whatever. Turns out, it was mold. It was just, I mean, it was just a big, 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 big mess. Anyways, make a long story short, I had to forgive because I could not move past it because I was just too angry. Now, this is not childhood, but if you can't get your childhood fixed, you're never going to get to the point where you can forgive what's going on right now. And what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying? Because, like, let's say, for example, I got childhood stuff that I still have not forgiven. Well, anybody that does something to me today is going to get it double time, and you can kiss my grits if you think I'm going to forgive you now, because I haven't forgiven what happened back then. But you cannot forgive until you heal. You might as well forget that. Stop trying to forgive or forget or move on until you heal. You cannot. Now, I'm trying to help you. You cannot and will not be able to move on, even if you try to ignore a situation or ignore a person or whatever. You cannot move on until you heal from the situation. I'm just trying to tell you. Stop trying to forgive and, oh, I forgive it. No, you haven't. You, especially you church people, y'all get on my nerves. Oh my God. Oh, I forgive it. I forgive it. You ain't forgiven. I'm looking at your face and can tell you ain't forgiven nobody. And you can't forgive until you have what? Hurt from the situation, evaluated the situation, acknowledged what happened, and listen. You cannot, how you going to forgive somebody you ain't even acknowledge what the hell happened? How you going to forgive somebody or forget about what happened when you haven't even evaluated what actually went on? And some of you so busy being angry that you haven't really hurt. You haven't really felt the pain of what happened, because when it whatever happened, you probably were in survival mode, so you didn't have the time, you didn't have the chance to actually feel the pain. Right? You quickly had to move on to the next thing. Then you move on to the next thing. Next thing you know, it's been 10 years. Next thing you know, it's been 8 years. Next thing you know, it's been 15 years. And you still haven't really dealt with what is going on. Then life keeps going, and as life keeps going, what happens? It is something else that comes into play that you need to heal from, something else that you need to evaluate, something else but if you have not done it and you got stuff just packed on, stacked on, stacked on, then you're going to have a much, much harder problem. It's going to be much more complicated for you to be able to deal with what's going on today if you don't get rid of what happened, if you don't deal with what happened yesterday. Is this making sense what I'm saying? Okay. So I love you so much. I want every single one of you to register Healing from Your Childhood Trauma Workshop, September 23rd at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Men, you're more than welcome. Women, I want the women to come. I want the men to come. Do not bring your children. This is not for children. Okay? You will need to bring pen and paper. We will be taking a lot of notes. You will be given homework to do. You're going to have to take, it's going to be a lot going on. Okay? You have a full-fledged presentation. We will be talking. Okay? This is very, very important. It's free. You ain't got nothing else to do than to do something for free to better yourself. better your relationship. And if you don't think anything needs to be healed from in your childhood trauma, but your relationships are trash, just come on anyways. If you're having a hard time communicating with your spouse or your mate or your children, you need to come and register, because I promise you, I can find out that there's a link there. If you're having a hard time at work, just come to just trust me. I know what I'm doing. Well, God bless you. JReal3Y. Put the whole link right there in the Instagram right there. There's a link right there. Boom, bam, bing. Okay? Should I put it in here? Let me see if I can put the link in here. There it goes. Okay, September 23rd, 2023 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on time. I promise you. Don't play with me. You better play with your mammy. I will be on time. God's grace. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. I have missed you so. Yeah, so I will see you September 23rd. I might come on again and remind you guys or something like that, whatever. But make sure you're there. It's going to be a Zoom link. We're just going to be on Zoom. We're going to talk. We're going to take some time and really deal with what's going on. Okay, it's time for you to love yourself, but you can't love yourself if you got crap, a bunch of crap in the back. You know what I mean? It's too complicated. So let's get this stuff done. Let's get this stuff fixed. Okay, yes, that is correct. 9 a.m. Central Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Okay, if you're in California, if you're in Oregon, if you are in Washington State, okay, if you are in, I think, is Nevada Pacific or is it Central? Anyway, you ought to know what time it is where you at. Why I got to tell you what time it is? You need to know. You should know what time it is. Okay? So whatever time it is, where you at, associate that and figure that out as it pertains to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? It's Eastern time for me. So you figure out what time it is for you. All right? That's what we're going to do. Okay. Love you so much. I will see you then, and I'll probably see you before then. But thank you so much for loving yourself enough to heal. Register. And some of y'all need to tell your adult children to register, because they need to come on there and talk about you. Some of you people that got 30-year-old children, am I talking to you right? Tell them to come register. Okay, I ain't gonna be doing this for free forever, so you better try to jump on it now, Hope. Trying to help you. Okay,